You won't believe what we've uncovered, footage that VH1 has gone to great lengths to hide. Yes, you heard that right. The episode that was never meant to see the light of day. The one that exposes the raw, unfiltered chaos behind the glitz and glam of love and hip-hop has somehow leaked, and the fans are absolutely shocked. Emotions ran higher than ever. Arguments exploded in ways no one could have predicted, and relationships that seemed unbreakable began to crumble before our very eyes. The family was left divided, alliances were shattered, and the betrayals were caught on camera in moments so explosive. Even seasoned cast members were left speechless. In this lost footage, you'll witness shocking confrontations, whispered secrets that could ruin careers, and moments of heartbreak that fans never thought they'd see. From the tense standoffs to the tearful confessions, every frame oozes drama that VH1 clearly didn't want you to witness. Friendships are tested, love triangles are exposed, and behind-the-scenes tensions that had been simmering for months finally boil over in ways that leave you questioning who is really loyal and who's playing the game. You'll hear the arguments, the shouting, the accusations flying left and right. You'll see the private conversations that were never meant to be filmed, and the shocking reactions from cast members when secrets come out. The episode is a roller coaster of emotions, a tangled web of deception, heartbreak, and pure reality. TV chaos that is so intense, you'll be glued to the screen, wondering how did VH1 even think this could stay under wraps? Stay with us, because what you're about to see isn't just drama, it's the side of love and hip-hop no one was ready for. Every betrayal, every revelation, every heated confrontation is here, and the aftermath will leave you talking for days. Fans are divided, loyalties are questioned, and the fallout from this lost footage could change everything you thought you knew about the show. The moment the cameras started rolling, the tension in the room was palpable. Yandy sat on the plush white couch, her hands trembling slightly, her eyes darting to every corner of the studio. Jasmine leaned against the wall, arms crossed, a smirk playing on her lips that barely hid her nervousness. It was a familiar setup, a seemingly casual reunion that everyone knew would ignite fireworks, but nobody expected the scale of what was about to happen. You think you can just waltz back into this house acting like nothing happened? Yandy's voice cut through the air, sharp and controlled, yet laced with the raw sting of betrayal. Jasmine tilted her head, a flicker of defensiveness flashing across her face. I didn't waltz anywhere, Jasmine shot back. Unlike some people, I don't need to stage every little moment for the cameras. At least I keep it real. Emotions ran high. The crew whispered among themselves, unsure if they should intervene or keep filming. The room seemed smaller than usual, the tension so thick it was almost tangible. Fans are shocked to see such a public confrontation. And yet this was just the beginning. The door burst open, and Rashida entered, her designer heels clicking against the marble floor. She didn't even glance at the cameras. Her eyes locked on Yandy and Jasmine, and in that instant, the air seemed to spark with electricity. Are you serious right now? Rashida's tone was icy. After everything we've been through, you think you can disrespect me in front of my friends and family? The family was left divided. Mendices, usually the voice of reason, stepped in, holding up his hands. Enough. Both of you stop it. His voice was calm, but there was an undercurrent of frustration that suggested he had reached his limit. But it was too late. Jasmine leaned forward, her voice dripping with accusation. You're always playing the victim, Yandy. Always pretending like you're the one who's hurt. Let's be honest, how many times have you turned people against me? Yandy's eyes narrowed. And you think I don't see your little games? The lies you spread when you're behind my back. Fans are shocked at the audacity. Rashida let out a sharp laugh, shaking her head. This is why I stay out of it. But if we're talking games, Jasmine, maybe you should check your own reflection. Before pointing fingers, the tension reached a fever pitch. The cameras captured every subtle flicker of emotion, the clenched fists, the quivering lips, the eyes that seemed ready to explode with rage. The crew tried to maintain composure. But whispers of "this is insane" were audible. And then, as if the room couldn't get any hotter, Mariah, Yandy's longtime friend, stormed in. I told you both this would happen, she shouted, slamming her purse onto the counter. You're acting like grown adults, but this is childish. You don't understand. Yandy cried, tears forming in her eyes. They're trying to ruin everything I've worked for. Everything. The emotions spilled over. Jasmine's face twisted in anger. Ruined. Don't act like you're the only one who's been hurt. I've been quiet for too long, but not anymore. Fans watching this lost footage would be stunned by the rawness, the intensity of a confrontation that VH1 clearly wanted buried. The room felt like a powder keg. The argument escalated. Voices rose. Accusations flew like daggers. Mendices tried to mediate, but even his presence couldn't calm the storm. This isn't just about you two. It's about everyone in this house, everyone who's caught in the crossfire. You need to stop. But the shouting only grew louder. Secrets long buried began to surface, each revelation more shocking than the last. One by one, the cast members started revealing things that hadn't even been hinted at on air. Whispered confessions, backstabbing moves, hidden betrayals. Fans were seeing a side of their favorite stars that no official episode had ever shown. "I can't believe you," Yandy screamed, her voice cracking. "After everything, I trusted you. And you," she pointed directly at Jasmine, her finger trembling with anger, "you went behind my back and told people my business." Jasmine laughed, a hollow, chilling sound. "Your business? Please, don't act like you're the only one with skeletons in the closet. Everyone has secrets, Yandy. Some of us just aren't afraid to show them." The room was a hurricane of emotion. Tears, screams, and shocked expressions collided. The family was torn apart in front of the cameras. Friends whispered to each other, trying to process the drama. Cameras rolled, capturing every moment that VH1 thought they could keep hidden. Suddenly, a new twist. Someone from the production crew, clearly flustered, whispered into the mic, "You need to see this footage from the other room." Everyone froze. Rashida's eyes widened. "What is it?" she demanded. The assistant hesitated, then played a clip. The screen lit up with a scene no one expected, an intimate, private conversation between Jasmine and another cast member, plotting to undermine Yandy's career. The betrayal was undeniable. The room fell silent, jaws dropping. Yandy's voice was barely a whisper, shock and hurt blending into one. "You would really do that?" Jasmine's face turned pale. She couldn't finish her sentence. Fans would later describe this moment as a turning point, a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the backstabbing reality behind the cameras. Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided like never before. The fallout was immediate. Alliances shifted, friendships crumbled, and the storm of drama showed no signs of slowing. And then, just when it seemed like the tension might settle, another revelation hit. A leaked text message appeared on a producer's tablet, an explosive accusation involving a secret romance that had never been revealed. Gasps filled the room. Mariah dropped her head into her hands. Rashida's expression was a mix of shock and fury. Yandy's eyes narrowed, a fire igniting that no one could ignore. This changes everything," Mendices muttered, staring at the tablet in disbelief. The camera zoomed in on each cast member, capturing the full weight of the revelation. Every reaction told a story: disbelief, betrayal, anger, heartbreak, and, through it all, the viewers watching this lost footage would be glued to the screen, unable to look away. The room was thick with tension, and no one dared to move. Yandy's eyes were locked on Jasmine, her jaw tight, the betrayal burning like wildfire in her chest. Mariah, usually the calm voice in chaos, couldn't contain herself. "I've never seen anything like this," she muttered, shaking her head. "Fans are going to lose it when they see this." Jasmine tried to compose herself, but the cracks were visible. "You don't understand everything I did. It was for survival," she said, her voice wavering between defiance and desperation. "This world, this industry, if you don't fight, you get eaten alive." Rashida stepped forward, her presence demanding attention. "Survival? Is that what you call lying to everyone in this room? Betraying friends, manipulating family, and playing with people's emotions for your own gain?" Her tone was sharp, every word a dagger. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" The atmosphere was electric. Cameras rolled, capturing every micro-expression, every trembling hand, every tear that fell unnoticed. Emotions ran high, and the room felt like it could explode at any second. Then, without warning, Mendices slammed his fist onto the table, startling everyone. "Enough! This isn't just about calling each other out. We need to face the truth before this destroys all of us." His normally calm demeanor was gone, replaced by a rare intensity that sent chills down everyone's spine. Jasmine glared at him. "And what truth is that? That Yandy can't handle anyone standing up to her?" Yandy's head snapped toward Jasmine. "You dare twist it like that? I've been loyal to everyone here, and this She gestured wildly toward the screen where the secret conversations had played. This is unforgivable. The tension didn't ease. Instead, it drew others in. Michelle, who had been quietly observing from the sidelines, finally spoke. You think this is shocking? You have no idea. I've seen what's really going on behind the scenes. Some of the things we're about to reveal will change everything fans thought they knew about this cast. A collective gasp echoed through the room. Jasmine's face went pale. You wouldn't dare. Oh, I dare. Michelle shot back, her eyes blazing. Because the truth needs to come out. And if VH1 doesn't want the world to see it, that just makes it even more important. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The room seemed to contract, the air heavy with anticipation. Fans watching this lost footage would be on the edge of their seats. The drama wasn't just unfolding, it was escalating to levels no one thought possible. Then came the bombshell. An old voicemail recording was played on the studio speakers. The voice on the recording, unmistakably Jasmine's, confessed to spreading rumors about Yandi behind her back. The words were clear, cold and calculated. I can't believe she trusts me still. She has no idea what I've been doing, the recording said. Yandi's eyes filled with tears. I can't believe this. I thought we were family. The room erupted into chaos. Rashida yelled, Family, don't even talk to me about family when you've been lying to all of us. Mariah tried to calm everyone down. Everyone, listen, let's just breathe. We need to figure this out calmly. But calmness was a distant memory, just when it seemed like the argument couldn't escalate any further. A surprise twist hit. A producer revealed a series of leaked texts showing secret alliances between Jasmine and 2 other cast members. Their plan? To manipulate storylines, create drama, and ensure certain people were portrayed negatively on the show. Fans would be shocked to see the lengths some cast members would go to control the narrative. Jasmine's composure finally broke. I didn't think anyone would find out. She cried, tears streaming down her face. I was just trying to protect myself. I didn't know it would go this far. Yandi's response was icy. Protect yourself by destroying everyone else in the process. Rashida shook her head, visibly frustrated. You're a grown adult. There's no excuse for what you've done. No one should have to suffer because of your insecurities and manipulations. Mendices tried one more time to restore order. Look, this isn't just about accusations or feelings. We need to deal with the consequences. Secrets have a way of coming out, and now that they have, we have to make some decisions. And the room wasn't done yet. Just as everyone thought, the worst had been revealed. Another revelation dropped like a bombshell. Someone had leaked a private video of a confrontation that happened months ago, one that had been carefully erased from the show's official archives. In it, tempers flared, voices screamed, and insults flew like wildfire. The video showed a level of aggression and personal betrayal fans had never seen before. The camera panned across the room, catching every reaction. Yandi's hand covered, her mouth in disbelief. Rashida's eyes were wide, nostrils flaring. Jasmine looked like she wanted to disappear into the floor. This is insane, Mariah muttered. I can't believe any of this was hidden from the audience. Fans are going to explode when they see it. The drama reached a fever pitch. Accusations turned into shouting matches. Friends became enemies. Every alliance that had seemed solid was now under threat. The lost footage captured it all, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the raw, unfiltered reality that VH1 had tried to bury. Just when it seemed like the room might finally calm down, another twist appeared. A confession from an unexpected source surfaced. One of the quieter cast members revealed that they had secretly recorded conversations, uncovering betrayals that no one suspected. The family was left reeling. Loyalties shifted in real trust, once thought unbreakable, shattered into pieces. Yandi, tears streaming, finally confronted Jasmine one last time. I can't believe I ever called you a friend. Everything you've done, every lie, it's unforgivable. Jasmine, voice trembling, whispered, I didn't know how else to survive in this world. The tension in the room was unbearable. Fans watching this lost footage would feel like they were trapped inside the drama, experiencing every betrayal, heartbreak, and shocking revelation firsthand. The family, the friends, even the crews, they were all left in stunned silence, unsure what the next move would be. And yet, just when the chaos seemed endless, another layer of the story emerged. A text message surfaced, hinting at yet another Secret romance, another betrayal, another scandal waiting to be revealed. The room went silent. The weight of secrets, lies, and drama was almost too much to bear. The air in the room felt charged, almost electric. Everyone's emotions were on a knife's edge, teetering between rage, heartbreak, and disbelief. Yandy's hands trembled as she gripped the armrest of the couch. Eyes locked on Jasmine, whose own face was a mixture of fear and defiance. Mariah whispered under her breath, "This is beyond anything we've ever filmed. The fans are going to lose it." Then it happened. A loud crash echoed from the corner of the studio, making everyone jump. It was Rashida, her anger finally boiling over, sending a vase tumbling to the floor. Water and flowers spilled everywhere, but no one cared. The room had descended into chaos. "I am done," she screamed. Done with the lies, the manipulation, and the games. Jasmine staggered back, shielding herself instinctively. "You're acting insane," she shouted, though her voice betrayed the panic she was feeling. Insane. Rashida's glare could have cut steel. "You're the one playing games with everyone's lives. This isn't reality TV anymore, it's real life. And you've crossed every line imaginable." Emotions ran high, and suddenly, Mendy stepped between them, trying to keep the situation from escalating further. "Everyone calm down. This isn't how we resolve anything. Let's talk." But talking was the last thing anyone wanted. Jasmine, in a move that shocked even the crew, pointed a finger at Yandy. "You think you're innocent? You've been scheming too. Don't act like I'm the only one manipulating situations." Yandy froze. "Excuse me?" Her voice was sharp, her anger flaring hotter than ever. "I have done nothing compared to what you've been plotting behind my back." The cameras caught every subtle twitch, every heated glare. The lost footage was showing a side of the cast that VH1 clearly didn't want fans to witness, the raw, unfiltered chaos that reality TV usually edits out. And it was explosive. Then, Mariah stepped forward, tears in her eyes, her voice cracking. "Enough. Can't you all see what this is doing to everyone? Friends, family, even us, the crew, are caught in this nightmare." But her plea fell on deaf ears. Another revelation came crashing in. A producer handed Mendices a stack of screenshots and texts, revealing yet another betrayal, this time involving a secret alliance that had been formed months earlier to manipulate the storyline for maximum drama. "This," Mendices muttered, scanning the texts, "this is beyond anything I imagined. Fans, they are going to be shocked when they see all of this." The room grew silent, every eye fixed on the evidence. And then, like a dam breaking, the accusations turned personal. Jasmine, voice trembling, said, "You don't know what it's like to always be the target. Everyone's always judging you, expecting you to play nice. I had to do what I did." Yandy's tears flowed freely now, mixing anger with betrayal. "Judging me, you call this surviving? By destroying everyone else in the process." The room felt like it was about to implode. The crew whispered anxiously, unsure whether to intervene. Rashida's expression darkened, and suddenly, in a shocking move, she shoved a chair across the room, not at anyone, but as a display of her rage. "I cannot believe I've stayed silent for this long," she screamed. The drama escalated further when a hidden camera angle revealed an intimate confrontation between Jasmine and another cast member, who had been secretly working against Yen. The footage showed plotting, scheming, and moments of betrayal so blatant that it left everyone in the room stunned. Fans watching this lost footage would be glued to the screen, unable to believe what they were witnessing. "You actually did this?" Yandy whispered, her voice barely audible, a mixture of disbelief and heartbreak. Jasmine's defense crumbled. I didn't think anyone would find out. I was just trying to survive." The room erupted again, voices overlapping, accusations flying in every direction. Tears, anger, and frustration collided in a chaotic symphony of human emotion. The family was left divided like never before, and even the crew struggled to maintain composure. Then came the twist that no one saw coming. A former cast member, previously assumed neutral, stepped forward with a confession. "I have recordings of conversations that expose even more manipulation, and I think the world needs to see them." Gasps filled the room. Rashida's jaw dropped. "You're serious?" "I'm serious," the former cast member replied. "Everything you thought you knew. It's only the tip of the iceberg." The revelation sent shockwaves through the group. Fans would later describe this as the most explosive moment in love and hip-hop history, the kind of drama that changes perceptions, breaks alliances, and leaves everyone questioning who they can trust. As if that wasn't enough, another secret came to light, a hidden romance between two cast members, revealed through a series of text messages and voicemails. The revelation added fuel to the fire, igniting jealousy, anger, and heartbreak. The room became a battleground of emotions. Yandy, desperate to make sense of it all, confronted Rashida. How could you let this happen? How could you stand by while all of this chaos unfolded? Rashida's voice was cold, measured, but her eyes betrayed the storm inside. I didn't let it happen. I watched it unravel, because sometimes people need to face the consequences of their actions. And right now, everyone is finally facing the truth. The emotional crescendo reached its peak when Jasmine, breaking down completely, shouted, I didn't want to hurt anyone. I was just trying to survive. Her words were cut off as Mendices, with a commanding presence, declared, Enough. Everyone needs to stop. This ends now. We can't undo what's been done, but we can decide how to move forward. No more lies. No more betrayal. We deal with the truth, and that's it. The room fell into a tense silence. The air was thick with emotions, heavy with shock, regret, and the remnants of anger. Fans watching this lost footage would later say they felt like they were witnessing history, a raw, unfiltered glimpse behind the glamour of love and hip-hop. But just when everyone thought the storm had passed, a final bombshell dropped. An envelope was handed to Yandy, containing evidence of yet another secret one that implicated multiple cast members in a scandal that could change everything. Eyes widened, jaws dropped, and for a moment, even the crew couldn't believe what they were seeing. Are you serious? Yandy whispered, holding the envelope like it was radioactive. The lost footage ended with the room in stunned silence. The weight of secrets and betrayal hanging in the air. Fans would later replay this moment countless times, trying to process the level of chaos, emotion, and shock that VH1 never intended to air. The room was silent, but the silence was heavy. Weighted with tension, shock, and exhaustion, everyone seemed frozen, trying to process the series of betrayals and secrets that had come to light. Yandy slowly opened the envelope in her hands, her eyes scanning the documents with disbelief. Every line, every photo, every screenshot was more damning than the last. You're lying, Jasmine whispered, her voice trembling, staring at the evidence that implicated her in multiple schemes. Yandy's response was icy. No, Jasmine, this is the truth. And now, everyone will see everything. Rashida shook her head, her face a mask of disbelief and anger. I can't believe how deep this goes. This is beyond anything I imagined. Then the bombshell. One of the texts revealed that a secret deal had been made months ago to manipulate not just the show, but the fans' perception. The betrayal wasn't just personal, it was professional, financial, and strategic. The room collectively gasped. Mariah, tears in her eyes, whispered, fans. They're going to be furious. They trusted you. We all did. Jasmine, cornered and desperate, tried one last defense. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I just wanted to protect myself. Protect yourself. Yandy's voice cut through her words, full of fury. You destroyed relationships, friendships, and trust. How is that protecting anyone? The cameras captured every flicker of emotion. Jasmine's guilty, haunted expression, Rashida's fury, Mariah's heartbreak, and Yandy's searing disappointment. Fans watching this lost footage would later comment that it was like watching a live earthquake. The room had shifted irreparably, and nothing would ever be the same. Then came the unexpected twist. Another producer handed over a flash drive, containing a hidden recording, a conversation between Jasmine and another cast member plotting to turn Yandy's closest allies against her. The room went silent. Even Mendices, who had seen it all before, gasped. You did this to me, Yandy's voice cracked, hurt and rage mingling in a way that made every viewer feel the intensity of the moment. I didn't think anyone would ever find out, Jasmine stammered, tears streaming down her face. Rashida took a deep breath, her voice low but trembling with anger. You had every chance to be honest. Every chance. And you chose lies. The room erupted again, but this time the chaos was more controlled, more desperate than explosive. Everyone was grappling with the reality of how much deception had taken place. Fans watching were glued to their screens, commenting, sharing, and speculating about what would happen next. Then, as if the drama wasn't enough, Mendices revealed one final secret. There's one more piece of information that no one knows about. It's bigger than anything we've seen tonight, and it could change everything for all of you. The room collectively froze. Every eye turned to him. This, he said, holding up a document, reveals financial manipulations, secret meetings, and an alliance that no one suspected. This could ruin careers. Jasmine's face turned pale. No, that can't be true. Yandi, holding back tears, whispered, it's true. And now, the world will know. Rashida shook her head, unable to believe the layers of betrayal. I can't. How could anyone think this was okay? Fans watching this lost footage would later describe it as the most intense, shocking, and emotional episode of Love and Hip Hop ever, except it never aired. VH1's refusal to broadcast this material suddenly made sense. The truths revealed, the betrayals exposed, the raw, unfiltered chaos. It was too much even for reality TV. As the cameras continued rolling, the cast members faced the aftermath. Friends and enemies had become blurred, alliances were shattered, and trust was a concept long gone. Yet amidst the heartbreak and anger, some moments of clarity emerged. Yandi, her voice firm but gentle, turned to the group. We can't change the past, but we can decide how to move forward. We have to own our mistakes and face the consequences. Rashida nodded slowly. It won't be easy, but maybe, just maybe, we can find a way to rebuild. Mariah added, it starts with honesty. Nothing else will survive if we keep hiding from the truth. Even Jasmine, still tearful and guilty, whispered, I'll try. I'll do better. The room was still heavy with tension, but there was a sense that some resolution had begun. Fans watching this footage would later comment on how rare it was to see such vulnerability amidst the chaos. Emotions ran high, hearts were broken, and yet there was a glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, healing could start. And then, just before the cameras cut, the crew captured one final moment, the cast standing together. Physically present, yet emotionally distant, each processing the revelations in their own way. It was a tableau of raw reality, a glimpse behind the glitz, the glam, and the scripted drama into the lives of people dealing with betrayal, heartbreak, and the harsh consequences of their actions. And there you have it, the lost footage VH1 didn't want you to see. The betrayals, the heartbreak, the shocking secrets. Everything that was hidden behind the polished reality show facade is finally revealed. Fans are left wondering, who can be trusted, which alliances will survive, and who will be forever alienated by the revelations. The cast's personal and professional lives have been rocked to their core, and the fallout from these explosive events is only beginning to unfold. What happens next? Will friendships be rebuilt, or will the betrayals leave permanent scars? Will careers recover after the secrets and scandals are exposed? One thing is certain. The intensity, emotion, and drama captured in this lost episode are unlike anything fans have ever witnessed. It's raw, unfiltered, and completely unforgettable. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about the betrayals and secrets revealed in this footage? Who do you think handled the drama the best, and who crossed the line? Drop your opinions in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts on every shocking moment. And if you can't get enough of this kind of behind-the-scenes chaos, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another explosive revelation. This is the kind of drama that fans will be talking about for months. And now that the lost footage is out, the questions, speculation, and debates are just getting started. Stick with us, because the story doesn't end here. There's always more behind the cameras, waiting to be uncovered.